I absolutely love how I look. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hey, how you doing? My name is Ash. I am a makeup artist and a book lover. Today's video is going to be about this dark fairy fae look. I don't know exactly what I'm calling it, but I got elf ears and I love all this that I have going on. So without further ado, let's just jump into actually doing the makeup. Alright, so I'm going to start with my base today, and I'm going in with the Lottie London and Harley Quinn primer. This is the Crimson Craze. This is just a really nice hydrating primer that I've been absolutely loving this month. And it's coming in clutch with a lot of my looks because my face has been super dry with all the makeup. Hydrating though with Dr. Pepper because that is a necessary caffeine addiction I have. And then I am doing the underpainting contour with the Milk Makeup Contour Stick. I believe my shade is Toasted, but all of my makeup details will be listed down below. And I'm just blending that in with a more flatter, denser brush just to help really diffuse that contour into my skin. And then I'm going to pop into my foundation, which today I'm using the About Face Performer foundation, which is still one of my favorite foundations. I absolutely love it. And I haven't used it that much this month, so I was like, you know what? I have to use it because it is so good. I'm actually almost out of it, so I'm like wanting to go buy a backup of it, but I can't justify buying any more makeup at Ulta because I just can't justify it. I need to save my money, but I am applying that pretty much all over my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with a sponge. And I'm being very careful around my contour. I do eventually go over it, but I want majority of the product to go around it because I want the cream contour to be kind of just under everything, hence the underpainting. It just gives a nice effect and I really enjoy how it looks. And then I decided to go in with even more foundation because I'll be honest, I filmed this after I filmed my It video and my face was still stained from the It lines. So that is why it's kind of in a clown shape and the red spots don't necessarily get completely covered. Alright, then I'm going in with my concealer. This is the Anastasia one, and I'm just putting that all in my highlighting places and also trying to conceal even more of the red. And I noticed that I missed a spot cleaning the red for my nose, and then I realized that this concealer was really burning. I know I mentioned this in another video. I think my concealer is just expired and I keep forgetting to throw it away. So I need to do that, but I'm just blending that out with a sponge. And honestly, when it's all blended out, it doesn't burn anymore. It's kind of just like the initial placement. So I don't know what's up with that. But then I just go in with my Elli Beauty Baked Setting Powder to set the concealer because I like to use two separate powders. And then I do go in with my Kosas powder and I basically set my entire face because I didn't want any part to be overly like sticky feeling or tacky, and this powder is just really great to minimize that feeling on my face. For powder contour, I am digging out an old relic of mine. This is the KVD Beauty Shade and Light palette, and I am going into the lightest shade, and I don't know which brush I'm using. I'm pretty sure it's a Morphe brush, but I am just heavily contouring, and I'm just like re-falling in love with contouring. I've been doing it so much lately, and I do it across my nose, across, down my nose, whatever, into like the brow area just to give a more slimmer nose before going into blush, which is the Fairy Blush palette. And I'm going to be playing with the blue and the purple shade in here. Starting with just the blue, I'm focusing this more towards the apple of my cheek, and then I do the purple more towards the temple, towards the back area of my cheek, whatever you want to call that. But I'm just meshing those two together and it is such a beautiful blush combo. This is definitely an unconventional look, but I am obsessed with it, and I do take that blush all across the nose. For highlighter, I'm going in with the Blend Bunny Noctilucent. I think I'm saying that wrong, but I'm just going in with the blue shade and I am applying that pretty much everywhere and pretty heavily because this is a beautiful, very intense highlighter. And then I decided to go in with my Freck product. This is the Freck XL, and I'm just doing faux freckles pretty much everywhere. Was it necessary for this look? No. Can you really see them in the end? No. Did I want to use them anyway? Yes. I tap it on with the applicator and then I take my finger to blend it out to make it not so, I guess, harsh. were intense. It doesn't really matter, this whole look is intense. And then I go in with setting spray. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. It has a specific name, but it will be listed down below. Right, and then I'm going to be bringing you in a little bit closer to start on my brows. And I will be honest, I did not pick the best brow shade for me. It works in the end, but I am going in with the Oma by Sharon C. This is the 2-in-1 one and done brow styler. And I believe the shade I have is 02, which is definitely on the cooler side. And honestly, like I said, not the best shade for me for this look, but I make it work. But I definitely probably should have went in with a darker shade. Starting with the eyes, I'm going in with my Anastasia eye primer, and I'm just gonna quickly blend that all across my lid with a brush. And then my palette of choice is the Melt Cosmetics and Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours palette, and I'm starting with this light blue shade, which isn't that light. It's lighter in the pan than when applied, but it is still a beautiful shadow. I will say though that this shadow will stain your eye just a little bit. Nothing too like horrible, but just to be warned, you will have a little bit of staining. Even if you put a primer and powder and everything down, you will probably stain. But I am applying that mainly just in the front of my eye, focusing it pretty high up towards the front of my brow, and just really just packing on that color before going in with the darkest shade in the palette and working that on my outer corner. I really want like a bluey gradient look, so I'm really packing that on before blending it out, and I'm just blending that gently into that lighter blue shade. And then I'm going to go in with like the middle deep blue shade. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but I'm using that more as like the in-between of the super dark and the lighter blue, because it's just, it works together. And this is an all matte palette that is absolutely gorgeous. It's still one of my favorites. It came out last year and I'm still obsessed with it. And then I'm going to take my eye pencil. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics No Budge Retractable Liner, and I'm putting that in my waterline and tight line. And I decided to go in with the darker shadow on my lower lash line just to smoke out that line just a little bit. And then I go back in with that bigger brush with that lighter blue shade, and I start sweeping that all across my lower lash line just to make this so like blown out and almost grungy. And then I dip back into the Fairy Blush palette and I go in with the light blue shade, and I use that to help blend out the edges of this eye look because it just needed a little bit of like a softer edge to it. So I pretty much take that all around the eye, all around, especially the outer corner, just really rounding that out. And I do sweep it a little bit more like towards the front of the brow just to give it a little bit more diffusion. Also heavily on the lower lash line and just pretty much everywhere. Then I go back in with the Noctilucent palette, and I'm taking that blue shade again and I'm putting that on my brow bone, my inner corner, and I take it just a little bit on my lower lash line and a little bit on the top of my lid. This is still such a beautiful shade. Unfortunately, I do think I saw that Blend Bunny is discontinuing this product, which if it's still available, it might be heavily discounted. It is a gorgeous highlighter palette. I'm going in with my liner now. This is the NYX Cosmetics and Beetlejuice one. I have all three with the 3 different pencil shades. The liquid liner sides are all black, so you'll see me alternate between the 3 that I have because I've been using these so much this month that they're already like almost gone because I've just used them that much. But they are absolutely fantastic. It's pretty much the NYX Epic Ink Liner, just in the Beetlejuice packaging. So if you really like this one, I would recommend just picking up the Epic Ink Liner. But I am starting with just making a wing, and then I am taking the actual blue side of that pencil, it's technically purple, and just adding that to my lower lash line. You can't really see it, it is what it is. And then we get into like the fun part. So what I decided to do for this look is just make a lot of lines, and I did take some inspo from this photo I found on, I think, Lemon 8. I don't have that social media, but I just googled like dark fairy, dark elf aesthetics, and this photo popped up. I'll have it linked down below if you want to check out the creator. It's definitely not exactly what she did. I just kind of took inspo from some of the shapes and placement of the lines, but I am just having fun with this. It's been a while since I just sat down and drew on my face, and this was just so fun to do. I didn't really have a plan going into it. It was just wherever my hand went, that is where the line was drawn. I did try to keep it symmetrical because I do like how it looks when it's the line details and it's like symmetry. Is it perfect? No, but I am just fully messing around with just the lines and having honestly the best fun. It is so fun to do. I decided to go in with my lips now. This is Black Moon Cosmetics Sleepwalker, which is still hands down the best black liquid lipstick I have tried. But then I go back in with my liquid liner and I'm just continuing to add lines, and I do go in and make like dots around the face. I really don't know why I opted for dots, but I felt like it needed a little something something. So I just used the same liner and just did random dots all around my face. And I think the effect of it just looks so cool and very like almost alien-esque. I almost felt like an Avatar, not gonna lie. It's definitely not Avatar makeup, and I've never actually seen Avatar the movie, so either one. I haven't seen the James Cameron one or the anime one. Should I watch those? Let me know. Anyways, I'm just adding those dots across my face and I am obsessed with it. I go back into that highlighting palette and I add the blue shimmer just on parts of my lip, and I really like the effect because this blue looks so intense over a black lipstick. At this point I'm just touching up some of the lines, I'm adding a few more, I am thickening up a few, I am just making everything look a little bit more, I don't know, like seamless? That's not the right word for that. But I'm doing something. And then I'm going to go in with lashes. I'm actually stacking 2 pairs from Likely Makeup, which are the Delicate and Slice lashes, I believe. I will have the actual ones down below, but I go in with my Rare Beauty mascara and then I go in with both those lashes. I just squeeze them together before I put the glue on, and then I apply them with just some tweezers, technically lash tweezers. Just a quick coat of mascara left, and then this is the finished look. I just gotta do my wig, and here is the finished makeup look, and I absolutely love how this came out. The only thing I did to finish off this look was throw on my wig, and then I did my elf ears, and I did just take my same liquid liner and just draw some designs on the ears. I love how this looks. It is so out of my comfort zone, but I am I'm in love with it. So let me know what you think of it. I'm very happy with it. I do wish that I was capable of putting in colored contacts because I think contacts would look so good with this, but I am terrified of contacts, so I've never worn them. But like I said, I absolutely love this look, and I love that I decided to do a little detail on the ears because that just ties it all together. Alright, so this wraps up another video for my 31 days of Halloween. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I am putting out a video every day this month in celebration of the Halloween season. So if you like makeup and you like books and you like everything that I've been doing on my channel already, you should subscribe because I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. But all of my makeup details will be listed down below if you are interested in anything that I used today. But yeah, I am really happy with how this came out. So thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can follow me on my other socials. I'm artistryxashh everywhere. And if you want some book content, I am Ashley with 2 H's that reads on TikTok and Instagram. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're seeing this. Stay spooky, and I will see you all tomorrow for a brand new spooky video. Bye!